always get a measure of perverse enjoyment reading Now magazine, Toronto's Bible for social justice warriors, and a recent issue had me really chuckling at the unintentional humor found in a story entitled "Toronto Police Conduct Questioned After They Try to Pull the Plug on Rally Against Islamophobia." You see, the writer actually tries to depict the thuggish members of the left as being the victims of so-called far-right extremism. Indeed, much like a Yoko Ono concert, the article starts out badly and then proceeds to get quite horrid. For example, the story references a June 3rd rally at Toronto City Hall involving about 100 people who were targeting, quote, anti-Muslim activities carried out by far-right activists in Toronto and elsewhere in Canada, end quote. Yeah, anti-Muslim activities is how they describe those Canadians that are against the odious anti-freedom of speech motion known as M103. Oh, and by the way, there are even Muslims who are against M103, so talk about an inconvenient truth. Anyways, the article goes on to lament that police and security told the anti-Islamophobia protesters that they didn't have a permit to use their own sound system, so they had to relocate to a nearby park. This is apparently the crime of the century. But here's where it gets really goofy. Sarah Ali, with the organizing committee against Islamophobia, said the following, quote, "Police have been performing an escorting role for these far-right groups, often refusing to arrest people who commit assaults," end quote. Methinks Sahar is delusional because the people committing assaults at Toronto City Hall are actually on the left, not the right. And yes, I do speak from experience. While covering protests for Rebel Media, I've been assaulted on a few occasions at Toronto City Hall simply for trying to get comments from both sides of the M103 debate. But surprise, surprise, the assaults only come from those on the left. Check out this encounter that occurred in March in which my cameraman and I were swarmed by Antifa thugs who were basically trying to deafen us.
Where's your employment?
But also, folks, check out what happened to my rebel colleague Jay Feza at the June 3rd protest at City Hall, the one that Now magazine is lamenting about, in which a hooligan actually threw a cup of Java at Jay.
All right, so I was just asking questions to these people, and these people threw coffee at me. So it wasn't hot, so I'm all right, but they threw coffee all over me. So, you know, they didn't really...
Did you spill your coffee?
I did not spill my coffee. Someone actually threw it at me.
Cool. But we didn't see anybody throw it.
You didn't see anyone throw it?
No. I mean, that looks like you just...
I mean, it's a goddamn shame you didn't capture footage of it. But yeah, someone actually threw coffee at me. So
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
That would be, yeah, that would be ridiculous.
If I was left wing, I would charge that as a hate crime, assault.
Don't you just love Jay's exchange with the Antifa apologist? She seems to be implying that based on the splatter pattern of the coffee that Jay poured the coffee on himself. Wow, she's like a new age Dexter Morgan solving right-wing conspiracies based on coffee splash patterns. Give me a break. Bottom line, Now magazine, you are of course entitled to your own opinions, but you are not entitled to your own facts. In other words, the loony leftists you're portraying as the victims of assault, they are actually the hooligans carrying out the assaults. For the Rebel.media, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Like what you just saw, then click subscribe below and never miss another Rebel video.